so I don't really want to cry. I'm not going to show the weaker side of me, but we're going to get into the story before. Oh no, wait too long. Alright, can you imagine me and this man sleeping at the same bed? And when we sleeping at the same bed, me get up in the morning and I'm Africa work and me left the man in the bed because him not go work because him depend in take free vacation days them. Alright, so me left him in the bed and me gone to work. And me know enough of you woman understand where me I go with this. Because this man has been abusing me emotionally, mentally, physically. Yeah? And this sort of abuse start after the children them was being born. Because you see, him did abuse me before the children them born. But you see, because me so fool, me did take care of his and don't change. You understand? For the better. But the man get worse overnight since the pitney them born. Me make it in the store and make it up out of the bed and left the man in the bed. And me go work and me I tell you say, me fi deal with me dirty boss and me all bad minded dirty colleagues them plus the pitney them have some dirty clothes in the washroom. And me I think about the couple few plate them when me never did put it in the dishwasher last night when me have to come back come wash because you know as a woman that a fewy type of something man. Me I call this boy when me there work and calling the man, the man don't answer his phone. So me said that is not like him. So me leave him alone. And me go on with me day because me have to focus at work. So when me come back home now, me reach outside in the parking lot and me start say to myself, say now what me I go cook for the pitney them, what kind of dinner me I go provide for him and the pitney them. You know as a woman everything around through your head. Even though you're at work, you think about what to cook tonight. You think about the bed where you get up and left the man in and you think about how you have to go back and spread up here. Plus you think about the dirty clothes them for the what the pitney them have the fear go wash. And a couple of you plate them sometimes we tired we need to wash it plate them same time. So all of that did upon my mind. So when me reach at the door, the first thing start happen to me is the physical abuse. The man start with the physical abuse. Me say the man not even tell me good evening before the man start abuse me physically. Me get one big old dirty box in my face from the stewed chicken and rice and peas that was on the stove cooking. And me say when me smell it smells so good me nearly black out and dead. But me say me can't call the ambulance because of €150 me have to go pay. So me no bother go hospital. And me climb the stairs. Me say in spite of the big old dirty box of the man box me under the face in my face with the food, the stew chicken and rice and peas. Me I go take it and me I go smile at me stand because after all I'm my husband and me not go left him. You understand? Me climb the stairs and when me I climb the stairs, me I swallow my tears. And me I said to myself, so listen, me have to put up the bed with me and the boy get up. So me I talk to him in my mind, but normally me call him my husband and honey and baby. But when me I go up the stairs, me I said to myself, say, me have to put up the bed with me and the boy sleep on last night. And we have the shower upstairs and so me I say, boy, me have to go wash down the tile and mop the floor. And me say, while me go up there and approaching the bedroom, me smell a next scent. And when me smell that the scent, they smell too good. And I know my cologne, that is not my cologne scent. Me know my cologne. I imagine in my head. Me say, that's the emotional abuse start take over. And me say to myself, say, see, they know me I get born. Because that is not my cologne. And when time I go up there, me did expect to go see the bed pull up. Just like how me left it. And when me go in the bedroom, me check and stack the bed was neatly spread. Me said the boy spread the bed and the sheet on the bed spread up so damn good. Me I try to draw the sheet and it won't come from the mattress because he spread up the sheet tiff on the bed. It tiff like a buckram, not even when somebody dead they don't tiff so. So I said to myself, so no man, this strange. And I've been hunting down that scent that I smell because it's not my cologne, and by this emotional abuse was killing me. And when I opened the bathroom door, me noticed that that's where the scent did I come from. When time me look in there, the man used too much of my cleaning product. I'm a good cleaning product. The man used too much of my cleaning product. And when I see the bathroom wall, the more they look, me say they shine till you can't comb your ear through it. And me say the floor clean. And not to mention, on the floor, the man put a new bathroom mat. And the cologne that I smelt and thought it wasn't mine, it was a fabric softener. The scent of the fabric softener mixed up with my expensive cleaning product. The man used too much of it and trying to impress me. And I tell you, so that the emotions start overflowing. So that's where my conscience kicked in right now. And I said, I don't know how I'm going to face this man, but I'm going back downstairs. And when I went back downstairs, I'm telling you, that's when the emotional and physical abuse continued. I don't know how I managed it, but guess what? I had to pass through the kitchen where the man have the food that just backs me on my face on the stove. And I have to pass through the kitchen knowing that I'm gonna get like 2-3 more boxes out of the food scent there. But me brave up and pass. And me say when the food scent box me on my face, and the rice first box me, and me see peony. And by the time I could have recover and come back to myself, me say the stewed chicken almost put me in a coma. But I had to be strong for my children. And I said I was walking towards the washroom now, go see if my baby them alright, because by this I asked the man, where's my children, because they're my best and first priority. I wanted to ask them how was their day and all that. And I walked to the washroom and me said, boy, me can't go face the dirty clothes then. Excuse me, that is just emotion. Take me over, sorry. I say me can't go take the be strong, Samantha, be strong, be strong. Me say me can't go face the dirty clothes them. Me go in there, me see the pitney them, me say it's like I didn't have children in the house because they're so quiet. And by the time I could open my mouth and say to them, how are you doing? The little pitney them shame me like a dog. You can imagine how much time I spent on these kids teaching them manners, and then shame their mother like a dog. They said to me, say, Mommy, look here, Daddy wash all our clothes and put us here to sit down on this stool and tell us to fold them. And tell us when we finish, we must put them in our closet. Me shame like a dog. Me say shame than a drunk crow. Because I was going in there with the intention to start putting and sorting out and washing and calling the kids to help me to fold, but the daddy took over all that. And that was the severe punishment of me thinking that this man would not help me to do anything around the house. So by the time I could turn around now with my shame face, I hanged up my head like I went dog locked them tail between them two back legs, and I was walking back through the kitchen. I noticed that I heard a sound, and that sound was like a rumbling sound. By the time I could check, the man just opened something under the counter and a hot steam just gushed over my feet. And I asked, what's that? And he said, if you want to know, look around. When I looked, the plates were sparkling hot coming out of the dishwasher. I wanted to hide myself and I wanted to dig a hole and go under the earth, but I could not disappear. After all these emotions take me over physically, mentally and all that, this man had absolutely no remorse. And he saw that I couldn't look him in the face. And I proceeded to go back up the stairs, and the man bawled out, honey, dinner is ready. I went to the chair and I started stretching out my hands to pull out the chair from under the table, and the man started looking at me boisterous. So I said, I'm a Jamaican, and if I beat you, go and beat me in here tonight. May I go kill you first. So therefore, I grabbed the fork and he grabbed the knife. and my children was sitting there looking at us with wide eyes. So I said, where this is gonna go now? I didn't know what to do. I don't know if I must pray, I don't know if I must cry, and I don't know what to do. So the man up and the man grabbing the knife now. I said, you know what, let us sit down and watch him. I first now go throw the first blow. So the man grabbed the fork out of my hand, and when he grabbed the fork out of my hand, I don't know if I'm a yamed, but it feel like he grabbed it in a romantic way, but rough. And he jammed the food, and he just pick up piece of meat and he stick it out at my mouth like this, and he said, honey, I'll give you the first bite. My children's heart was beating out of their chest, and I could saw the heartbeat through their shirt. And I thought that my son and daughter was going to get up now and defend their mother after all that I've done for these two 9-year-old brat twins. And by the time I could look around and say, yes, I got a savior here or two, that's all I heard the children them bawling out, daddy, 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 daddy. We didn't pray as yet, put down the fork. Tell you, the man, he got out of character and he placed all of us on our knees, execution style. And that's when everything started running through my head. I could remember how I went to school and get a good diploma. I could remember that I'm looking forward to Christmas, New Year's and all of that. But the man placed all of us on our knees, execution style. And the man told us to pray, and I know that was the end of our lives. And he said to us, we for pray. And I said, sir, I'm confused. What prayer you want us to pray? And he said, the throne no need to thank God for no food right now or else. And that's all I could do is just bend down there and say, Lord, thank you for this food that you provide for the family. And Lord, those who don't have no food, please provide for them. And by the time I could say amen, the man tell me to get up back and sit down in the chair. Was happy that I still had my life, and he eased me up and gave me a chance. And it was an intense moment sitting at the table, and he couldn't look in my eyes and I could not look into his eyes. Excuse me. This is overbearing. Excuse me. And I couldn't look in his eyes, and he couldn't look in my eyes. And I said to him, listen, we need to talk about this. And sorry, I think I'm getting heart failure here. By the time if you look at him and said to him, so we need to talk about this, the man stretched out his hands. The man lift his hands at me. I mean, a man is not supposed to lift his hand at a woman. And by the time the man lift his hands at me, he just hold on to my hand, and he looked me in my face and he said, baby, how was your day at work? Me knowing that I have some dirty, nasty colleague and my boss is a big old nastiness. I just start crying. And I think this will at least break his heart, but the man have no remorse. He went into the kitchen and poured me a glass of wine and said, baby, this will make you feel better. I don't know why, but I found the courage to look in them big blue eyes. The man him start look back in my chocolate brown eyes then. And immediately the Yamed symptom just come and take me over, and it's like I had fix in my vagina. And my heart just started beating hard in my vagina. I don't know if that means I had butterfly in my vagina or what, but the boy just made me wet up myself. And I thought that I was going to press charges against him, so we had a female